Have you ever wondered why some people seem to live vibrant, healthy lives well into their 80s, 90s, or even past 100, while others struggle with illness much earlier? Imagine having more years to spend with your family, to travel, to laugh, and to enjoy the simple moments of life. The truth is, living longer is not only about genetics or luck. Science shows that many of the choices we make every single day can add years to our lives, and even more importantly, add life to those years. But here is the challenge. With so much confusing information out there, how can you know what really works? Stay with me, because in this video, I will reveal powerful, research-backed strategies that could help you unlock the secret to living longer and healthier, starting today. Welcome to the channel. I am Dr. Emily Carter, and my mission here is simple: to bring you updated, science-backed health information explained in a way that feels clear, supportive, and easy to follow. I know how overwhelming it can be to scroll through endless articles, headlines, and social media posts, all giving different advice about how to take care of your health. That is exactly why this channel exists. Every week, we cut through the noise and focus on what research actually shows, so that you can feel confident about the choices you make for your body and your mind. In this video, we are going to talk about something we all care deeply about: how to live longer and healthier. Not just adding years to your life, but adding quality to those years. Because what good is a long life if it is filled with fatigue, illness, or loneliness? Instead, imagine a future where you feel strong enough to play with your grandchildren, travel to the places you have always dreamed of, and wake up each morning with the energy to enjoy your day. That is what longevity is really about, and that is what we are going to explore together. I encourage you to stay with me until the very end, because I will be sharing 3 practical and easy-to-apply longevity tips that you can start using right away. These are not complicated routines or unrealistic expectations, but small, meaningful steps that can truly make a difference over time. And if you find this conversation helpful, please take a moment to like this video, share it with someone you care about, and subscribe to the channel. That simple action helps this community grow and allows more people around the world to access trustworthy health information. Plus, it means you will not miss the upcoming videos, where we continue to explore new ways to improve health, prevent illness, and live more vibrant lives. So take a deep breath, get comfortable, and let us begin this journey together into the science and the secrets of living longer. Before we dive into the specific strategies for living longer, let us step back for a moment and look at the bigger picture. Around the world, people are living longer than ever before. In the year 1900, the average global life expectancy was just over 30 years. Today, according to recent World Health Organization data, the average is more than 70 years. That is a remarkable achievement, largely thanks to advances in medicine, sanitation, and vaccines. But here is the important part. While people are living longer, many are not necessarily living healthier. The final decade of life is often marked by chronic illness, reduced independence, and a lower quality of life. In the United States, for example, the average life expectancy is about 77 years. Yet many people spend the last 10 years managing conditions such as diabetes, heart disease, or dementia. Imagine those years filled with frequent doctor visits, medications, and limitations that prevent you from doing the things you love. Now imagine instead closing much of that gap, so that most of your years are lived in health, with energy and freedom. That is the real challenge and the true promise of longevity research today. Not just lifespan, but health span. You might be wondering, what exactly causes this gap between the years we live and the years we live well? The answer is not simple, but it is important. Chronic diseases like heart disease, stroke, cancer, and Alzheimer's are now the leading causes of death worldwide. Many of these are strongly influenced by lifestyle choices: what we eat, how much we move, whether we smoke, how we manage stress, and even the strength of our social connections. Genetics play a role, of course, but studies suggest that lifestyle and environment account for as much as 70 to 80% of our healthy years. Here is a thought to reflect on. If you were given the chance to add 10 more healthy years to your life, what would you do with them? Would you travel to new places, spend more time with your family, learn a new language, or simply enjoy more mornings without pain or fatigue? That is what makes this conversation so important. The science of longevity is not about chasing some impossible dream of immortality. It is about making real, practical choices today that can protect your brain, your heart, and your body tomorrow. So, as we move forward in this video, keep that vision in mind. We are not just talking about adding numbers to the calendar. We are talking about adding vitality, joy, and freedom to the years you already have. In the next sections, I will explain what longevity really means, what commonly shortens our lives, and the everyday actions that research shows can help you extend both your lifespan and your health span. Let us take this step together and uncover the real secrets to living longer and better. When most people hear the phrase living longer, they immediately think of adding more years to their lives. But longevity science has taught us that the true goal is not just lifespan, which is the total number of years you live, but health span, which is the number of years you live in good health, free from major disease or disability. These two ideas are related, but they are not the same. Lifespan is about quantity, while health span is about quality. Think about it this way. Imagine life as a long book. Lifespan is the number of pages in that book. Health span is how rich, vibrant, and meaningful those pages are. What good is it to have a book with many pages if most of them are blank or filled with suffering? The real goal is to fill each page with experiences that matter, with energy, with laughter, and with connection. Research has made this distinction very clear. For example, in studies of centenarians, people who live to be 100 or more, many of them not only live long, but also remain active and engaged well into advanced age. They often continue gardening, cooking, walking, or spending time with friends long past the age when others have lost independence. That is the difference between simply surviving and truly living. There is also an important mindset shift here. Many people fear aging because they equate it with decline, weakness, or loss. But aging does not have to mean suffering. Aging is natural, but how we age is shaped in large part by our daily habits. By focusing on extending health span, we aim to make the later chapters of life not only longer, but also more fulfilling. Imagine celebrating your 80th birthday by dancing at a family wedding or hiking a favorite trail. That is the vision of longevity we want to aim for. So, as we continue exploring the secrets to living longer, remember this crucial point. It is not only about how many years you add to your life, but how much life you add to your years. With the right knowledge and habits, it is possible to enjoy both. Now that we understand the difference between lifespan and health span, let us talk about the factors that can shorten both. These are the common causes that often steal years from our lives and reduce the quality of the years we do have. One of the biggest culprits is poor diet. Diets that are high in ultra-processed foods, added sugars, and unhealthy fats are strongly linked to obesity, diabetes, heart disease, and certain cancers. Imagine fueling your car with the wrong kind of gasoline every single day. It may run for a while, but sooner or later, the engine will break down. The same is true for the human body. When we constantly feed it foods with little nutritional value, the damage builds silently over time. Another major factor is lack of physical activity. Sedentary lifestyles have become increasingly common, especially with more jobs requiring long hours of sitting and more leisure time spent in front of screens. Physical inactivity is associated with higher risks of heart disease, stroke, and even depression. Studies suggest that simply moving more each day, even through light activities like walking or gardening, can dramatically lower the risk of early death. Smoking remains one of the most preventable causes of illness and premature death worldwide. Despite decades of public health campaigns, smoking still contributes to millions of deaths every year. It damages nearly every organ in the body, increasing the risk of heart disease, lung cancer, and chronic respiratory conditions. Alongside smoking, excessive alcohol consumption can also shorten life. While some people believe a daily drink may be harmless, heavy or regular drinking raises the risk of liver disease, cancers, and accidents. Chronic stress is another hidden but powerful threat. When stress is constant and unmanaged, it can raise blood pressure, weaken the immune system, and increase inflammation throughout the body. Over years, this takes a toll, contributing to heart disease, digestive problems, and mental health challenges. Similarly, social isolation, which has become more recognized in recent years, is a major factor. Loneliness is not just an emotional burden, it has measurable effects on physical health, increasing the risk of premature death as much as smoking or obesity in some studies. Sleep is often overlooked, yet it is essential. Regularly getting less than 7 hours of quality sleep has been linked to shorter lifespan, higher rates of obesity, diabetes, and heart disease. Poor sleep weakens concentration, lowers mood, and makes it harder for the body to repair itself. Think of sleep as nightly maintenance for your brain and body. Without it, everything begins to break down more quickly. We also need to consider environmental exposures, such as pollution, toxins, or unsafe water, which continue to affect millions of people around the world. And finally, genetics do play a role. Some people inherit a greater risk for certain diseases. However, research suggests that genetics may account for only about 20 to 30% of longevity, while lifestyle choices and environment account for the rest. That means that most of our healthy years are truly within our influence. To make this more relatable, let us imagine two people of the same age. One spends most of their day sitting, eats fast food several times a week, smokes occasionally, and sleeps poorly. The other prepares simple home-cooked meals, walks daily, avoids tobacco, and makes sleep a priority. 10 or 20 years later, the difference is dramatic. One is likely managing multiple chronic illnesses, while the other may still be active, independent, and enjoying life. The choices we make consistently are powerful. They can either shorten our years or extend them in meaningful ways. As we explore the secrets to living longer, it is equally important to recognize warning signs that your body may be signaling problems. Paying attention to these signs early can make a significant difference in your health span. One common red flag is unexplained fatigue. Feeling unusually tired despite adequate rest can indicate underlying conditions such as anemia, thyroid imbalances, heart problems, or even chronic infections. While occasional tiredness is normal, persistent fatigue should not be ignored. Another warning sign is sudden or unexplained weight changes. Losing or gaining significant weight without changing your diet or activity levels can signal metabolic or hormonal issues, digestive problems, or even certain cancers. Changes in cognitive function also deserve attention. If you notice difficulty remembering simple things, trouble focusing, or confusion that seems unusual for you, it could be an early indicator of neurological issues, including mild cognitive impairment or the early stages of dementia. Mood shifts, such as prolonged sadness, irritability, or anxiety, can also be more than just emotional reactions. They may be connected to hormonal imbalances, nutritional deficiencies, or mental health conditions that, if addressed early, can improve overall quality of life. Frequent infections or slow healing wounds are another warning sign. Your immune system naturally weakens with age, but if you find that you are catching colds more often than usual or that minor cuts and bruises take longer to heal, this may indicate an underlying health concern that needs evaluation. Similarly, persistent digestive problems such as chronic constipation, diarrhea, or stomach discomfort should not be dismissed, as they may reflect gastrointestinal conditions that impact nutrient absorption and overall health. Even seemingly small issues like changes in skin, hair, or nails can provide clues about your health. Yellowing skin, brittle nails, or unusual rashes can signal liver problems, nutrient deficiencies, or other underlying medical conditions. It is important to view these signals as pieces of a larger puzzle rather than isolated symptoms. Often, the combination of subtle changes over time provides the clearest picture of what is happening inside the body. The key takeaway is this: listening to your body and responding promptly to persistent or unusual changes is a vital step in extending both lifespan and health span. Early intervention can prevent minor issues from turning into serious problems. Remember, recognizing warning signs is not about fear. It is about empowerment. It is about giving yourself the best chance to live a longer, healthier, and more vibrant life. In the next section, we will explore how medical professionals assess longevity and what tools are available to help you understand your current health risks. Understanding how longevity is assessed can help you take control of your health and make informed decisions. Medical professionals use a combination of methods to evaluate factors that influence lifespan and health span. While you do not need every test to start making positive changes, knowing the common assessments can guide your approach. One of the first steps is a thorough medical history and physical examination. This allows healthcare providers to identify risk factors such as high blood pressure, elevated cholesterol, a family history of chronic disease, or lifestyle patterns that could affect longevity. Even simple questions about diet, exercise, sleep, and stress levels provide valuable insights. These conversations often reveal opportunities to improve health and prevent problems before they start. Basic laboratory tests are another essential tool. Blood work can measure cholesterol levels, blood sugar, kidney and liver function, and markers of inflammation. Regular monitoring helps detect early warning signs of conditions such as diabetes, heart disease, or liver problems. These measurements allow for timely interventions that can significantly extend health span. Emerging tools in longevity science include advanced biomarkers such as telomere length, epigenetic clocks, and other molecular indicators of biological aging. Telomeres, which are protective caps at the ends of chromosomes, naturally shorten with age, and shorter telomeres are associated with higher risks of disease. Epigenetic clocks assess changes in DNA methylation patterns, which can reflect biological rather than chronological age. While these tools are fascinating and offer new insights, they are not yet standard practice for most people, and they should not replace basic healthy habits. It is also important to consider lifestyle and social factors. Longevity assessments often include evaluations of physical activity levels, diet quality, sleep patterns, mental health, and social connections. Research consistently shows that these factors influence lifespan more than genetics alone. In fact, studies estimate that lifestyle choices may account for 70 to 80% of healthy years, while genetics contribute only 20 to 30%. Finally, longevity assessments are not about creating fear or obsession with numbers. They are about empowerment and awareness. By understanding your current risk factors and health status, you can prioritize actions that improve quality of life and extend healthy years. Think of it as a roadmap. The better you know your starting point, the more effectively you can plan your journey toward a longer, more vibrant life. In the next section, we will explore the general approaches to managing health and extending longevity, focusing on practical strategies that research shows are most effective. These are the actions you can start implementing today to positively influence both your lifespan and your health span. Once we understand the factors that influence longevity and how it is assessed, the next step is exploring general approaches to managing health and extending both lifespan and health span. While there is no single magic solution, research consistently points to certain strategies that have the most impact. The foundation of longevity is lifestyle medicine. This includes focusing on nutrition, physical activity, sleep, stress management, and social connection. Let us start with nutrition. A diet rich in whole foods, vegetables, fruits, whole grains, lean proteins, and healthy fats provides essential nutrients and helps protect against chronic diseases. Patterns such as the Mediterranean diet or plant-forward eating have been shown in multiple studies to reduce risks of heart disease, diabetes, and cognitive decline. Conversely, diets high in processed foods, added sugars, and trans fats increase inflammation, contribute to obesity, and shorten lifespan. Think of your body as a garden. What you nourish it with determines how well it grows and thrives. Physical activity is another cornerstone of longevity. Regular movement improves cardiovascular health, supports muscle and bone strength, helps maintain a healthy weight, and even enhances mood and cognitive function. Ideally, a combination of aerobic exercise, such as walking or cycling, and resistance training 2 to 3 times per week is recommended. Even moderate daily activities, like taking the stairs, stretching, or walking after meals, have measurable benefits. The key is consistency rather than intensity. Sleep is equally important. Quality sleep of 7 to 9 hours per night allows the body to repair tissues, regulate hormones, and consolidate memory. Poor sleep, chronic sleep deprivation, or irregular sleep schedules can increase the risk of obesity, diabetes, cardiovascular disease, and cognitive decline. Establishing a consistent bedtime routine, creating a calm environment, and avoiding screens before bed are simple yet effective ways to improve sleep quality. Managing stress is another essential aspect. Chronic stress contributes to inflammation, high blood pressure, and weakened immunity, all of which shorten lifespan. Techniques such as deep breathing, meditation, mindfulness, and engaging in hobbies can lower stress and support overall health. Even short, daily periods of relaxation have long-term benefits. Social connection is often overlooked, but is a powerful predictor of longevity. People who maintain strong relationships, participate in community activities, or have regular social interactions live longer and experience fewer mental health issues. Laughter, shared experiences, and emotional support are not just enjoyable, they are protective for the body and mind. Finally, while lifestyle is the primary driver, medical management can complement these approaches when needed. Medications to manage high blood pressure, cholesterol, or other chronic conditions are important tools for maintaining health, but they work best alongside healthy habits. It is not about relying solely on medication, but combining treatments with consistent, research-backed lifestyle choices. Let us consider a practical example. Jane, 55 years old, started incorporating small but meaningful changes. She swapped sugary drinks for water, began walking 30 minutes daily, prioritized sleep, and joined a local book club to stay socially active. Within months, she noticed improved energy, better mood, and even healthier blood markers at her annual checkup. This example illustrates that longevity strategies do not have to be extreme or complicated. They simply need to be consistent and integrated into daily life. By focusing on these general management approaches, you set the stage for long-term health and vitality. In the next section, we will dive into the most effective everyday tips for prevention and practical actions you can implement immediately to extend both your lifespan and health span. Now that we have covered general approaches to managing health, let us focus on the best tips for daily prevention practical actions you can start implementing right now to extend both your lifespan and health span. These strategies are supported by scientific research and are realistic for everyday life. First, nutrition. Aim for a diet that is rich in vegetables, fruits, whole grains, lean proteins, nuts, and healthy fats. Foods high in antioxidants, fiber, and essential nutrients help protect against chronic diseases such as heart disease, diabetes, and cancer. A simple guideline is to fill half of your plate with vegetables and fruits at every meal. Limit processed foods, refined sugars, and trans fats, as these promote inflammation and accelerate aging. Hydration is equally important, so drinking enough water daily supports digestion, circulation, and overall cellular function. Second, physical activity. Incorporate at least 30 minutes of moderate exercise most days of the week. This can include brisk walking, cycling, swimming, or even dancing. Strength training 2 to 3 times per week helps maintain muscle mass and bone density, which are crucial for mobility and independence as we age. Remember, even light movement counts. Taking the stairs, standing while working, or doing short stretching routines throughout the day adds up over time. Sleep cannot be overstated. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep each night. Create a consistent sleep schedule, establish a calming bedtime routine, and minimize exposure to screens before sleeping. Adequate sleep allows your body to repair tissues, regulate hormones, and maintain a strong immune system. Stress management is another essential pillar. Chronic stress accelerates aging and increases the risk of heart disease, diabetes, and cognitive decline. Daily techniques such as deep breathing exercises, meditation, yoga, or simply spending time doing activities you enjoy can help lower stress levels. Even small, consistent practices make a significant difference over months and years. Social connection plays a surprisingly powerful role in longevity. Maintaining strong relationships with family, friends, and community provides emotional support, reduces stress, and is linked to a longer, healthier life. Simple actions like scheduling regular phone calls, joining a hobby group, or volunteering can strengthen your social network and boost overall well-being. Avoiding harmful substances is critical. Do not smoke, and if you do, seek support to quit. Limit alcohol consumption and be mindful of environmental exposures, such as pollution or toxins, whenever possible. Protecting your body from these risks contributes directly to longevity. Finally, preventive healthcare is essential. Regular checkups, screenings, and vaccinations can detect health issues early, often before symptoms appear. Follow recommended guidelines for blood pressure, cholesterol, and cancer screenings, and discuss any concerns with a healthcare professional. Early detection combined with healthy daily habits creates a powerful synergy for a longer, healthier life. Here is a simple thought experiment. Which one of these actions can you start tomorrow? Even small steps, like adding an extra serving of vegetables, taking a 20-minute walk, or practicing a 5-minute mindfulness routine, accumulate over time. Consistency matters far more than perfection. By integrating these practical strategies into your daily routine, you are actively investing in your future, ensuring that your later years are filled not only with additional time, but also with energy, independence, and joy. As we continue our journey toward understanding longevity, it is important to address common myths and questions that often confuse people. Separating fact from fiction allows you to make better choices for your health and avoid wasting time or energy on strategies that do not work. One widespread myth is that supplements are the secret to a longer life. Many products are marketed with claims of anti-aging effects, but most supplements have limited or no evidence supporting their ability to increase lifespan. Vitamins and minerals are important for health, but they are most effective when obtained through a balanced diet rich in whole foods. Supplements may be helpful when deficiencies exist, but they are not a replacement for healthy eating habits. Another misconception is that you must exercise vigorously every day to see benefits. While high-intensity workouts have their advantages, research shows that moderate, consistent activity is just as effective and more sustainable over the long term. Walking, cycling, swimming, and light strength training all contribute to cardiovascular health, muscle maintenance, and overall longevity. The key is consistency, not intensity. A third myth is that anti-aging pills or treatments can reverse aging. Currently, no medication or pill can stop or reverse the natural aging process. Scientific research into longevity is promising, especially regarding cellular health and metabolism. But lifestyle habits remain the most powerful and proven strategy for extending health span and lifespan. Small, consistent changes in diet, exercise, sleep, stress management, and social connection have a far greater impact than any magic pill. Now, let us answer a couple of frequently asked questions that people often search for online. Does sleeping more always mean living longer? Not necessarily. Quality and regularity of sleep are far more important than quantity alone. Oversleeping may even indicate underlying health issues, so it is essential to aim for a balanced 7 to 9 hours of restful sleep per night. Another common question is it ever too late to change habits and improve longevity? The answer is no. Studies show that even in older adults, adopting healthier habits can significantly reduce the risk of chronic disease and improve quality of life. It is never too late to invest in your health. Other questions people ask include how diet influences brain health, whether social connection really impacts lifespan, and what small daily habits can make the most difference. The answers consistently point to lifestyle choices as the most reliable and accessible tools for longevity. A plant-rich diet supports both heart and brain health. Strong social ties protect against stress and depression. Regular movement preserves mobility and strength. Simple, everyday practices accumulate over time to create meaningful improvements in health. By debunking these myths and addressing common questions, you gain clarity and focus. You can direct your energy towards strategies that truly matter, rather than chasing unproven shortcuts. Understanding the difference between fact and fiction empowers you to take control of your health and make intentional decisions that will positively affect your life for years to come. Remember, longevity is not about extremes or perfection. It is about consistent, informed choices that enhance both lifespan and health span. As we reach the conclusion of this video, let us take a moment to recap the key points and reinforce the most important lessons about living longer and healthier. First, remember that the goal of longevity is not just to add years to your life, but to add life to your years. Focusing on health spans, the number of years lived in good health ensures that the later chapters of life are vibrant, energetic, and fulfilling. Second, lifestyle habits are your most powerful tools for extending both lifespan and health span. Nutrition, regular physical activity, quality sleep, stress management, and strong social connections each play a critical role in protecting your body and mind. Small, consistent choices, such as incorporating more vegetables into your diet, walking daily, practicing mindfulness, and maintaining friendships, accumulate over time and create meaningful improvements in health. Third, paying attention to warning signs and proactively managing your health is essential. Early recognition of fatigue, cognitive changes, weight fluctuations, or other persistent symptoms allows for timely intervention and prevents minor issues from developing into serious problems. Combining self-awareness with preventive healthcare and research-backed strategies creates a strong foundation for longevity. Throughout this video, we have also addressed common myths and frequently asked questions about living longer. Supplements are not a magic solution. Intense exercise every day is not necessary, and no pill can reverse aging. Instead, the evidence consistently supports practical, everyday actions that can be realistically implemented at any age. Even small, gradual changes in daily routines can have a significant impact over the years. The key takeaway is that longevity is both achievable and actionable. It is not a matter of chance, but of informed, intentional choices. By integrating the strategies we have discussed, balanced nutrition, regular movement, restorative sleep, stress management, social engagement, and preventive care, you are taking control of your health and investing in a future filled with vitality and independence. Take a moment now to reflect on what you can start doing today. Which small steps will you take to improve your health and extend your quality years? Remember, every positive choice adds up, and it is never too late to begin. By following these principles, you are not only increasing the number of years you may live, but also enhancing the richness and joy of those years. You have learned how to understand longevity, recognize common risks, implement daily preventive actions, and separate fact from fiction. With this knowledge, you are empowered to make decisions that support a longer, healthier, and more fulfilling life. Thank you so much for staying with me until the end of this video. I hope you found these insights helpful and inspiring for your journey toward a longer, healthier life. If you did, please take a moment to like this video, share it with someone you care about, and subscribe to the channel so you do not miss future health tips and strategies. Your support helps this community grow and allows more people around the world to access accurate, science-backed medical information. I also encourage you to leave a comment below. Let me know which of these longevity tips you are most excited to try, or share your own experiences with health and wellness. I will be reading comments, and I love greeting new followers and responding to the best ones at the end of future videos. You can also suggest topics you would like me to cover, or give feedback on ways to improve this channel so it is even more helpful for you. Remember, the steps we have discussed today are about taking consistent, realistic actions that improve both lifespan and health span. From nutrition to exercise, sleep, stress management, social connection, and preventive care, each positive habit adds up over time. Even small, everyday changes can make a significant difference in your quality of life and overall well-being. And now, a very important reminder. This content is intended for educational purposes only and does not replace professional medical consultation. Always consult a qualified healthcare provider before making any significant changes to your diet, exercise routine, or medical care. Your individual circumstances may vary, and personalized guidance is essential to ensure safety and effectiveness. By applying what you have learned in this video, you are investing in your future health and well-being. Longevity is not a matter of luck. It is shaped by informed, intentional choices made consistently over time. Take what resonates with you, start implementing these strategies gradually, and observe the positive effects on your energy, vitality, and overall life satisfaction. Thank you again for watching, engaging, and being part of this journey. Your commitment to learning and taking proactive steps for your health is inspiring. I look forward to sharing more science-backed tips, practical strategies, and empowering health advice in the next videos. Stay curious, stay committed, and remember that every day is an opportunity to enhance both your lifespan and the quality of the life you live.